Without a plan of your own life, you become the plan of someone else's life. You're not running the day's running you. The differential between those people is belief. One person with belief overrides 100 people with just intent.
When you pick a flower and detach it from its root system, over time its petals begin to wither and die. Well, the same is true for you. When the passion of your heart or the spinning of your mind detach you from your root system, your body, your balls, and your legs, you will become ungrounded and eventually lose your way.
It's up to the individual to allow the dreariness to set inside. Do we worry about external factors, or do we worry about what's inside of ourselves? Those two different things are the two measures of confidence, positive and negative confidence. And negative confidence is an egocentric person. The positive side of confidence starts from within. It's called pride. If it's 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, that pride is always awake, always turning, always burning for the ideology of greatness to be matured into reality.
Stop entertaining your thoughts, bringing them in and allowing them to have a home in you. When it comes to entertaining a thought, you feed it your energy. And the way you know you're entertaining a thought is because you feel something about it. The minute you bring a thought into your head, right? Because the thoughts, remember, don't personalize them. Let them just walk by.
Intent is thought process, thinking, wargaming it, never putting a foot forward, never putting their face or their name to the fire. Belief is going after it and figuring it out along the way. This workout is going to bring that belief back in your life. It's a back workout. And after this workout, not only will you have a stronger back, you have belief and confidence put into action. Life begins now. If it doesn't begin now, your life is over. Life, guys, is a plan of action. If you don't have the plan, I guarantee you someone's going to use you as part of their plan. Stop going about the day as a servant. Become the master. Run your day and stop having it run you. Believe in yourself. Be that one of 100 that has a belief.
My definition of greatness would be doing something that other people might not agree with all the time, but believing in it and then ultimately succeeding at it. And that to me is true greatness. Like something you shouldn't necessarily succeed at, but through perseverance, through just hard work and believing and passion, you do that and overcome those trials. That is true greatness.
The feeling of like putting yourself out there, and for me, like trying new ventures, going different routes, doing new businesses, and really just challenging myself. And like everything is so different, and I do that because it's a challenge, and it keeps me engaged, it keeps me going, and I'm in love with the process. I'm like a dog chasing a bone, but I enjoy chasing the bone.
You have to be equipped mentally to endure this process. Knowing what you're about to go into is step one. Knowing it's an uphill battle, but a winnable one and one that's achievable. And at the end of this race, guys, you're going to be more capable. Through that effort, builds the character of the person you want to be at the end.
Will is the key. Willpower. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know as much as you do, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody in here is more learned than I. The stories of extreme will. People that came through something or circumstances that they were not supposed to go through. You just ain't supposed to be able to do it. But he did it any goddamn way. It's impossible. I've heard that so many times. It's just impossible. Can't be done. It is impossible until some crazy son has the audacity to believe that no matter what the expert or the doctor says, I can still do that. And if you don't believe it, just sit your down over there and watch me do it. If you don't believe it.
So I got a good question, because it's one that most people struggle with. Even I've struggled with, and at times still struggle with, but there is a resourceful solution to it, and that is self-doubt. How do you deal with proceeding in life if you're always doubting your ability to do the next thing? Without going into a lengthy rant about how we are conditioned to doubt ourselves and why people doubt us and why there's so much heaviness being placed on what would be an expression of our true selves, the strongest version of ourselves. It's always being stuffed down by others and then ultimately by ourselves. And that's what's happening, self-doubt. How do you remedy this? How do you handle self-doubt? How do you get rid of it? You don't get rid of self-doubt through the same means by which you learned it, and that is in the head. Self-doubt is purely a head-created phenomenon. You were taught it, and you do it to yourself. Your heart and your balls have a brilliance to them that allow them to do some magnificent shit without this guy getting in the way. And that's what it means when you get in your own way. That's what self-doubt is. The fastest Band-Aid ripped off remedy to fixing this terrible situation is to do the thing you're afraid to do. Do it. It's not about feeling confident about going into the situation. It's not about knowing that it's going to work out. It's not about having the most detailed plan for how this thing will happen. It's about doing it. Courage. Courage is what you will experience and what you will grow when the doubt is there, but you do it anyway. So your problem isn't doubt. Your problem is courage. Doubt is going to be there, but doubt gets out of the way when you express courage, right? Doubt is like it's burned off by courage. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, do the thing and you will have the power. We're waiting for the power. We're waiting not to self-doubt any longer, right? Whatever it is that you're deciding that you want to do with yourself, that you're doubting your ability on, just do it. It up completely. That's another thing that you've got to get through your mind, is that success is not doing the right thing, and it definitely isn't doing the right thing the first time. Success is having the courage to move in the direction of your dreams. Move in the direction that your heart is taking you. That is what success is, as you are progressively realizing that thing. People think success is, I've got a plan and I go and work out that plan. It never, ever works that way. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. But progressive realization means that you're doing things that you don't know how to do. You're stepping out in faith. You're being courageous. Your self-doubt will step out of the way when you build the balls to do the thing, and the power will be added to you.
It's like a shift and click moment for me, when I realize there's great power in being myself. Same thing for all of us. But I believe it's the most powerful thing that we could be. It's easier said than done, because I struggled for a long time trying to figure out, well, what's my identity and who am I?
The most powerful motivational speeches that I have ever heard came from people who told me I couldn't do something. You know why? Because when they told me I couldn't do it, I was bound and determined to show them that I could. Tell me I can't do it. I will prove you wrong. I will show you that you're mistaken. You have chosen the wrong one to tell that they can't do something. Because I believe, and this is real important, I can't will thwart you. Will stop you, will slow you down, will turn you around and cause you to move backwards if you let it. But if you have the proper mindset, I can't will do nothing but make you that more determined to get to your goal. People will tell you obsession is a bad thing. They used to tell me all the time when I started out lifting weights, and it don't matter, I'm gonna tell you, it don't matter what you do, but I'm telling you, for me, when I started out lifting weights, you lift weights too much. You go to the gym too much, you work out too much, you're obsessed with it. It's not a good thing to be obsessed with anything. Let me tell you this, if you wanna be great, not good, not also grand, not second, not third. If you want to be great, the very best at what you do, obsession is a necessity. You must be Ain't no two ways about it. You study in school, but it'll probably tell you something different. But I'm telling you for what I know. Obsession. Nobody got to be the best at anything. I don't care if you flip pancakes, you sweep porches, you wash dishes, you bust tables. If you're the very best at it, you are obsessed about it. And obsessed about it means you slept and you dreamed and you ate that. I will be the very best at what I do. I am determined to be the very best at what I am. And nobody can tell me that I can't do it because I am obsessed.
You, my man, who do so well in practice, and then arrive at the game and it's almost like somebody takes a electric wire and plugs it into you, are ready for the prime performance of your life. Trust your power.